to pull out his camera.
Yeah, we're very familiar with him. He shows up to a lot of our scenes and tries to push the buttons.
What's up, guys? We're back again at the Reno Justice Court and Reno Municipal Court. We're here again to peacefully exercise our constitutional rights and see if they respect our rights.
Sign, sign, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the sign? And the sign said anybody caught trespassing.
That's how Deputy Ellman found out that I was dealing with this case, and he contacted me. He said he found 2 or 3 flyers posted at Reno Justice Court.
No.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Personal business.
Hey, de-escalate. Hey, whoa. Look how close you are to me, man.
Yeah. You're not gonna record.
Whoa, you almost
She waited out here for you to leave so she wouldn't be recorded.
You almost just battered me, sir.
Okay. Well,
that was an
you're
assault.
Full of fucking shit. So fuck off.
Whoa.
First off, sorry for my language on our last interaction.
Let me just get a little bit of distance here so my camera's
so,
better. Yeah, no problem, man. You know, I mean, everybody has bad days.
Nah, I was out of order. I shouldn't use profanity. Yeah, ever. Period. So that's on me.
I mean, you know, my goal here, man, is it's not to cause a disturbance. It's to ensure that there's transparency. I understand in the courtroom there is conflicting rights, right? Somebody has a right to have a trial. There's no right to privacy out here. Now, obviously, I can't just run and yell, fire, fire. You can't do that because you're creating a disturbance. That's not okay.
Did you want to speak to Mr. Babcock?
I mean, I thought I thought me and Mr. Babcock came to a peaceful resolution, and we were working toward our problems. And
did you want to speak to him or no?
I just saw him walking by, and I thought maybe the meeting was over.
Nothing. He had summoned you, so I thought you wanted to.
No, okay. So what's going on here is I'm doing another open records request, and a lady's refusing to identify herself because of the camera. So we're having another issue, man. And I think it's as a member of the.
Comfortable giving him their name, they're not going to.
Right.
I gave him my name.
I mean,
I don't have a problem with that.
I mean, you guys are public
Can you settle
servants.
for the supervisor's name on this?
Yeah, right. Well, I have to make a complaint against her, and in order to do the complaint, I have to know her name.
Well, you can file a complaint against the clerk
against who?
and she
Jane
knows
Doe?
who the clerk is. Just to clarify, I was going to talk to Derek about what we got in the works with the policy. It's not in writing yet per se.
He also shows up when we've got a perimeter, and he tries to get his way into that perimeter. So like I'm very familiar with him.
Did you know he put one of those on Riaz's car?
Nice.
I went to Hobie's Casino to get the video footage, and when it came out about 30-40 minutes later, I found 2 additional flyers posted on my patrol car.
The flyers were on your patrol vehicle.
Correct.
Smart.
He thinks he can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
In the video, there is nothing that shows me he's threatening you. He records you, and then he asks you. That's what I'm saying. This is the next thing I'm going to go. I was going to touch on, because the video that I watched, he's not threatening you at all. He's recording you while you're on the phone, and he asks you for the car. Okay? So
He says that all this is just this. He goes, "This is freedom of speech."
okay, it's not, because it's messing up your reputation, so it's not freedom of speech.
Yeah, now
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm terrified to go anywhere.
Okay.
The car, yes.
Seems to be the impetus of this whole
Yeah, that's what it all started over.
Which means that car is linked to him as well?
Yes,
And it's actually technically part his, correct?
I guess.
So a couple hours later, he shows up at your house in the middle of
Trying to steal my car.
Damn, don't you look foolish?
You guys are both on this account. As far as I know, you're both on the title. I can double check that. Because as long as you guys are both named on it, then you're both registered. You have equal rights to the vehicle.
The cops are like, what do we do?
That's kind of.
That's why you just show up with a tow truck and
I mean,
see you later.
you guys do. You can do that. I was just saying, but I'm not.
Hey, can I have the keys? Or do,
3 weeks from today.
hey, you want to give me the keys, or do you want the tow truck to come get it right now? Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna call immigration right now. Let him know.
I told him that because I owed him some money, I told him 3 weeks from today I would pay him, and he's not getting it. He's threatening us. He's right here, yeah, and he will not leave. He's threatening my car. He's threatening me and my husband.
How is he threatening you?
He's saying he's calling immigration for some weird reason. He's threatening to take my car from me.
She showed me a couple flyers of her that she had located throughout Sun Valley with her face on the flyers, her calling her a snitch, and her house address.
He's got me all over YouTube. How do we get this off of YouTube and Facebook? My poor kids are humiliated.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any way we can get it.
Stopped off at somebody's place, and then when I left, they called me and go, guess what? There's a flyer on my window.
So
Then
something
Hobie's.
something you got to do too for us is that anytime he's following you and you actually feel terrorized, you have to call 911. Okay, because to us it doesn't sound like you're terrorized or fearful yet because you haven't called 911, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're not. I don't want you to think that it is. But it helps build our end on our reports for us to go through and look at, oh, hey, this person's called 911 42 times because this person should have their house.
Deputy Riaz is building the case. This is going to build it more, but we are looking to affect some form of arrest on him. We just got to get the right steps, and we got to get in contact with him.
Yes, I totally agree. I understand.
Do you know what happened with that 911 recording? The recording of you calling 911?
Yes, I do. He put it all over YouTube.
She also showed me a video of her on YouTube, which was recorded by a subject. In the video, there is nothing that shows me he's threatening you. The video that I watched, he's not threatening you at all. He's recording you while you're on the phone, and he asks you for the car. Okay?
He says that all this is just, he goes, this is freedom of speech.
Okay, it's not, because it's messing up your reputation, so it's not freedom of speech.
And in your work, if somebody is labeled a snitch, what does that mean?
So that they did something that they should have not done.
And is being called a snitch, does it have any, should somebody be concerned if they're called a snitch in this type of world?
Correct.
Why?
It is definitely a safety issue. We don't know what kind of people are thinking, why that person is being called a snitch. It's definitely a safety concern for the person who's being called a snitch.
A safety concern for the person being called a snitch?
Correct.
Miss Abell, what does it mean to be labeled a snitch to you?
A snitch is somebody that sets up another person.
Miss Abell, you've been in custody before.
Yes, I have.
What is the implication of being called a snitch in your world, having been in custody?
If you, like I said, if you set somebody up with the police and then you get off on a case, that's what a snitch is.
Why would you want to stay away from somebody who's been labeled a snitch?
Well, in my past, because I wouldn't want to get in trouble for anything.
What do you mean get in trouble for anything?
Because of my past of when I did use drugs, I didn't want to go to jail for it. So I just stay away from those people.
In your world, what happens to people who are labeled a snitch?
They get beat up, possibly killed.
You mentioned that in the past you had some issues of your own.
Oh yes, I have.
And would you testify today if you were the test?
Yes, but that's not the case.
Yeah,
We're here because of the harassment. This has nothing to do with my past, really.
yeah, right.
But yes, I will.
You know, I know, you know, you like.
Would you volunteer to do that test?
That's absolutely ridiculous.
I've been sober for 2 years now.
Trina, is there anything else we can do for you right now?
Just get in, please.
We're gonna do our best to meet up with him tonight and have some conversations with him.
On up to your bullshit.
As it relates to the posting of these flyers and the video on YouTube, has anything happened to you?
I got beat up by 3 people
How do you know that it was in relation to these flyers?
because they were outside of my house and they even said my name and said what it was about.
Pulls in, my husband's got it on video. He pulls in and he goes over to the neighbor's yard, parks for a second. We don't know what he's doing, looking, I guess, to see if my car's back there.
When was this?
It was like a week after he got arrested.
Do you report it?
No, because I was scared.
Did you go to the hospital after you were beat up?
No.
And when was that?
It was like a week after he got arrested.
So about 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
3 grown men beat you up?
Yes.
You didn't report it?
No, I didn't.
You didn't go to the hospital?
No.
You didn't show up to the TPO extension hearing today?
I had no idea that it was, so I am filing a new one.
So even though it was marked on the TPO?
I didn't get a copy of it. ELLTRINA. Sorry. I have nightmares every night. My husband wakes me up because I'm crying in my sleep. That 6 months, he met somebody else, and so we just ended it, and we just stayed friends. Every gas station, at every casino in Sparks, Reno, Sun Valley.
So,
And he said he wants to do a gunfight with you guys.
he wants to get in a gunfight
Yeah,
with
he
us?
says that's the only way is if if there's going to be gunfights.
Okay.
You know, I know, you know, you like.
Where were you standing when he tried to run you over? Were you standing behind his car? Or were you...
I was walking, because I was walking up into Hobie's. Yeah, and he was backing up really fast.
Damn, don't you look foolish?
Can we hurry up and block him in there and call you guys?
No, let's just not
I
get
wanted
in
to
a...
ask first. Yeah, no.
So, this is the thing. I don't want you to get in trouble.
We were trying to do a citizen's arrest if need be. I feel like I should maybe drive up to where his mother lives and get the address for you guys.
Yeah, right.
I had my CNA license and then I went into RN. So I'm an RN too, but I lost my license years ago.
Oh, you lost your license.
I walked off the floor.
Oh, really?
And you can't do that. I took an oath with, the Bible and the nursing Bible. You cannot do that. That's the bad.
Yeah, right.
He talked to my friend Tiana last night and said that he was going to get in a gunfight with you police.
Okay, which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, according to what I know, we guys have never lost a gunfight. I mean, as far as I know, so it's fine.
Damn, don't you look foolish?
Is she saying that I made, or what is she saying?
No
Something
claims.
that I need to be concerned about, that you guys are worried like you might have weapons drawn if you stop me.
She's claiming that you made statements saying that you're going to have a gunfight with the cops. Obviously, we run into that more often than you'd probably believe.
Asked her, well, how did he say that? Was it by text? Was it by phone? Can you prove that?
Right. She just said that you said it. She couldn't prove it.
The acorn doesn't fall on the top of your car, and all of a sudden you think you're in Fallujah.
Right.
Have you guys seen that video?
Oh yeah, we've seen that one. We're familiar.
Yeah, so that's the kind of shit that worries me, man. And that's why I want to be the one to make the call. I was like, hold on a second.
I can see where you're coming from. I appreciate you giving us a call and chatting with us tonight. Is there anything else?
I got on the phone with the police.
And that was with 911?
Yeah.
And what did you, what was going on as you were on the phone with 911?
He had something in his hand. I guess it was a camera. I didn't know what it was. And then
He's white, black, he's white, he's wearing black shorts, a black jacket, and he's got something in his hand.
How old was the baby? You know, I don't need your fucking directives, man. I don't get what the big deal is, dude. I flagged you down.
All right, what do you need help with?
We're here to help you, man. We're about to talk with that. I can't tell that you're trying to help me.
Put that back in your seat.
What?
Put that
it's
back
a flashlight.
in your seat.
It's a flashlight.
Why do you need a flashlight? I got one.
Yeah, I got one too, buddy.
He had something in his hand.
Yeah.
You were telling the police that. Right?
Yes, I didn't know what it was at first, because it was something big and yellow.
Big and yellow.
Yes.
It was in fact a flashlight, wasn't it?
I have no idea. Had something in his hand. I guess it was a camera. I didn't know what it was. And
He's white, he's wearing black shorts, a black jacket, and he's got something in his hand.
How old was the baby?
I didn't know what it was at first, because it was something big and yellow.
Big and yellow.
Yes.
It was in fact a flashlight, wasn't it?
I have no idea. Had something in his hand. I guess it was a camera. I didn't know what it was.
Damn, don't you look foolish?
Did anyone make any threats towards him tonight?
No.
No, I did not even say one
Hell
word.
no, I was trying to get him to have peace and like stop doing this.
Not one word. And
Yeah, it's about that time.
The car, yes.
Seems to be the impetus for this whole
Yeah, that's what it all started
What
over.
other things would he help you with?
He co-signed for my car. He made a payment for me. But I'm the main person on there.
But it affects his credit as well,
Right,
for good or bad.
right.
And
But
he did pay one,
he loaned me the money.
when was that?
It was a couple of months ago.
Get it. Let's go down there and talk about it with him. Tell him show him what your hours are. Anything, proof that you have a job right now. Something. They have had absolutely no contact with you in months.
I haven't had a phone.
You had a phone.
Don't yell.
You had
Okay,
a phone.
don't fucking yell at
You
me
had a
here.
phone.
I don't have a phone, is what I'm saying.
You got two
I
of them.
don't. No, I don't. It's Wi-Fi shit.
You got text now. Call them.
Oh my god.
You've had no contact with them. They've been sending you emails.
I have though. I have called them. I talked to the fat guy in there.
Yeah, right.
I've sent emails, everything, telling her to just find a way to. She can reply to the emails too. We can't send it back because all of our stuff is like pre-made, so we can't like send back, hey, gotcha or whatever. But she can send us, hey, I started working here, XYZ, or something like that, or even through our website. If she goes to our website, United Finance, there's a messenger thing there that she can send, and it'll go to our home office and then be sent to us. So there's a few ways other than calling for people to make contact with us. Like I said, I've sent emails to trying to make contact and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, come on, text now, whatever you get on there for free. You already got.
Pretty much. But
just trying to avoid it.
Well, and I didn't send. I don't think our text because the phone's disconnected, so I don't think our texting system will actually send through if the number itself we know is disconnected. It was an agent that we sent out to door knock and leave a letter. It's our first step before we consider repossession. It's like, hey, we're trying to. What's that?
When was that done?
It was. I want to say it was last week. Yeah, it was last week.
I'm going to bed. I can't do it.
Please get in the car.
No, I'm not.
Then I'm
not
not.
going down there.
Then
I guess,
give me the keys to the car.
No.
So I can go. I guess I didn't want this car, but that's what's going to have to happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what's going to have to happen. Is I'm going to have to.
You know what I'm
take
going to do?
over
I'm going to go hook today, okay? Just to get the money. Because you're an asshole. I'm
going to pay
like
it
this.
right now.
No, don't. It's okay, don't. Don't. It's okay, don't. I don't know why you can't be a normal person. Call over the phone. It makes a lot of fucking sense, Derek.
But, okay, it's
I'll
not...
be right back, Your Highness, okay? Come on, let's go. Put gas in my fucking car, right? You know it all. It's always about you. disrespectful motherfucker. Know that. And I hate you, Derek. I hate you for getting me kicked out. It's all about your fucking ass, and I hate you. Know that, okay? I hate you, Derek. I hate you. You are so disrespectful. I can't put up with you. It's all about Derek and what Derek wants. Fuck everybody else.
Hi, Matt. This is Derek. Me and Trina are on the way right now. I'm wondering, are you guys the one on Vassar or is it Bering?
Oh, we're the ones here in Bering, is where you came into to talk to us, and we hold all the paperwork and stuff like that here.
Okay, we'll be down there in a few minutes.
You will be.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you in a
I'll
bit.
be fucking, yeah, I'm gonna be a massive fucking cunt in there too. Believe that, okay? At my house ever again.
If
Believe that.
Isaac says I can come there,
I don't give a fuck. I will make sure.
How are
you
you gonna
won't.
stop me?
Oh yeah, I'll make sure. I will make sure.
What are you gonna do? Get a gun and shoot me? How are you gonna do?
You will not. You are not welcome over there anymore. Oh, I thought you were gonna buy me cigarettes. Oh, look out, Derek! Get off your fucking phone!
It'd help if you weren't screaming at me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna buy me a pack of cigarettes, Derek. Oh yeah, that was a lie too. Oh, did Derek? Yes, I know, because he's doing everything he can to help me. Whatever. I'm not going in, so have fun with this, okay?
That doesn't seem like the most athletic guy, but I'm sure he can come outside.
Why? I'll just walk, okay? How about that? Okay? Once again, you won't listen to me. It's in your best interest for me not to go in right now. Can you tell? So I don't care.
It's gonna be okay.
Derek, shut the fuck up. You got me kicked out of my house. I am not in a good mood now. And I will tell the motherfuckers that.
Then as soon as we're done here, I'll call Isaac myself.
You will not.
I will.
No, you won't.
I'll tell him I'm sorry.
Because I'm gonna, no, like that's gonna do any good. You really think that's gonna do good? You don't know Isaac very well.
Well, I thought we were friends.
Not anymore.
We'll find out. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make sure of it. Sure am.
Right now, it's only $500, and we got several weeks to get there. So, if I can pay that by the 16th and 17th, normal payment.
Normal payment
410.12.
Yes.
And then we're just like back to normal.
Yes, it would be back to normal payments, and we do offer the grace period for those ones before the next late fee hits for you as well, to hopefully get back on track there.
What happened after he paid that payment for you?
He changed. He just kept calling me and asking me for the money, and I kept telling him, I'll pay you when I can.
Yeah, right.
Calling me a snitch because I called the cops because of him trying to steal my car.
And was there information about how to view something online?
Yeah. And to view the video online.
Do you know on what service?
YouTube.
It was viewed by over 1,000 people on YouTube.
And then he talked to my friend Tiana last night and said that he was going to get in a gunfight with you police.
Okay, which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, according to what I know, we guys have never lost a gunfight. I mean, as far as I know, so it's fine. And the video also had her residence address.
Were there comments attached to the video?
Correct.
What kind of comments were attached to the video?
One of the comments stated something similar to, it was good that he posted her address and people must be banging on her door.
And after that comment was posted about banging on the door, what follow-up was it?
A TPO was served to Mr. Derek and he was arrested.
Did Mr. Kirk make the comment about the banging on the door?
He did not make a comment. It was posted by another individual who had seen.
And
Derek's video.
And in fact, after that comment, the address was pulled down from the video. It wasn't.
I don't know.
You didn't go back and check?
I did not go back and look.
Nothing. And how does the posting of the flyers violate the TTIP? Was it a threat?
To Trina Abell, it is a threat because unknown individuals are watching that flyer that has her face on it, her house address on it. It is a threat to Trina Abell.
So how is what Mr. Kirk did a direct threat to Trina Abell? Is he hiring people to go hurt her?
That we do not know, right?
Is he asking people to go hurt her?
That's what his flyer shows, calling her a snitch.
What on that flyer shows that he's asking people to go hurt her?
Calling her a snitch.
So you watched the video.
Correct.
You read all the comments.
Correct.
The comments talk about what? The comments talk about her filing police reports, false police reports, correct?
I did not read that comment.
So you just selected the ones that didn't look good for Mr. Kirk?
I read the ones, those were listed at the time when I watched the video. I don't know what else has been posted since then.
So, just to be clear, my client didn't go within 100 yards of the residence, correct?
That was not 100 yard.
So he didn't go within the 100 yards,
Okay.
correct?
Correct.
He didn't make any overt threats. He didn't say, I'm gonna come get you.
Okay.
He didn't have anybody else tell anybody else to go get her, right? Or did he?
Well, posting flyers of her with her house address and face on it, we do not know how many other people are gonna watch or see that flyer and what else they're gonna do.
So, I agree that it wasn't a smart move to put the address on there. I agree that it wasn't a smart move to put the word snitch on there.
Okay.
Is that a direct threat from Mr. Kirk towards Ms. Abell?
That's what Miss Trina Abell believes, yes.
What do you believe? Did you view that as a direct threat from Mr. Kirk to Ms. Abell?
If someone calls me a snitch, that would be a threat to me.
He didn't threaten any physical injury or didn't cause any physical injury to her, correct?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And he didn't threaten to cause bodily injury to her in the future or to any other person?
No.
And he didn't threaten to cause physical damage to the property of her or another person?
No.
And he didn't subject that person to physical confinement or restraint?
Not that enough, no.
And he didn't do any act that was intended to substantially harm that person, substantially harm her or any other person in respect to their physical or mental health?
That was posting a flyer, yes.
So that was intended to substantially harm her?
Mentally?
You're familiar with the law here in Nevada?
Yes, sir.
So you're familiar that words alone don't justify violence, correct?
Okay.
So I can't call you a name and then you punch me and you claim self-defense, correct?
Correct.
So, but that's exactly what you're trying to do here, right? Is say that calling somebody a name, albeit a rough name, is him threatening harm to her and putting her in a position that she can defend herself.
That's what she believes, right? Her being called is correct.
But the law specifically states that words alone are not enough, right?
Okay.
Could you just go through this and tell me where you see that it says he's not allowed to post those?
Well, isn't that part of the harassment? Is these flyers, is what the whole harassment's about?
I just happen to have harassment here. The definition of harassment is a person knowingly threatens. Is there any threat on the flyer?
It has my address on it, my home address.
But that's not a threat to you.
It's saying I'm a snitch. I mean, if That's like death for me.
Tell me what threat is on there.
He's calling me a snitch.
Ma'am, is that him placing a threat towards you?
Yes, he made those flyers. He sure did.
What does he threaten you with?
With my address and calling me a snitch.
In that flyer, does he threaten to cause you bodily injury?
Putting my address and calling me a snitch? Yes, I believe so.
Does he threaten you or any other person with violence?
I believe so, yes.
Does he subject the person threatened or any other person to physical confinement or restraint? Like putting them in a dog collar?
Ask my question. Are you in handcuffs?
You're asking stupid questions.
So how am I treating
That's a
like
stupid
you're?
question,
How am I
stupid
treating you
answer.
like you're a criminal?
But you're free to go. You're trying to give me directives.
You can leave if you want.
I can't tell. I mean, you want to.
Go.
First thing
You
you
can
want
have
to.
your day.
All right. So I would like to report a potential kidnapping. Right? Are you guys gonna walk away?
What do you have, man?
Tell us about it. I'm trying to. Okay, then go. Well, first I'll see if I can park my car correctly.
Don't worry about it. It's closed. Nobody's coming out here.
All right, gotcha. Okay, so here's what's going on. So I'm going to show you the kidnapping one. That's the most egregious. I mean, it's just I keep getting them. I keep getting these messages from her.
Okay, so what part of that message made you feel like you were getting kidnapped? Step over here.
Clear, there's no reason for him to be here.
All right. After I smash your face in, if you go around posting some dumb shit about me, I will have your ass on a dog leash. A dog leash, literally.
Dude, the information that you just showed me is pretty much telling me that you guys are. Where's the information that you said to her to create that?
This is out of the blue. I get this message here.
So you telling me she just woke up one day and just wrote that?
That's
saying,
correct.
You need to stop.
That's correct.
Disseminating whatever that she's talking about.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's not sufficient, dude. We need concrete.
So it's cool. I could just send a message to somebody and say,
Listen.
I'm going to put a dog leash on your neck and walk you around.
Listen, I am trying to.
Does he subject the person threatened or any other person to physical confinement or restraint? Like putting them in a dog collar? Does he threaten to do any act in there that is intended to substantially harm you or
Yes.
any other person?
Yes.
What does he, how does
By putting my address once again on there and calling me a snitch.
So that is a threat
Yes.
to do physical harm to you?
I got beat up because of that. I was called a snitch by 3 men. 3 men pulled me out of my car and beat me up. So yes.
And I'm sorry that happened to you, but I don't see how his statements on that flyer threatened you. You said that the police told you not to talk to him,
Yes.
but you still did, didn't you?
No, I did before they said not to. I never text him or talked to him after the police told me not to.
Didn't kick me down. Will owes me $10. I'm not gonna get niggered. Can you please send me his phone number? Said about me, Tiana. I'm your fucking only friend, dude. I'm a fucking good and loyal bitch. What the fuck? Just totally ignore me and nigger me too?
They may have told you that it's drivable with keys, but they locked them in the car, and he said to pound sand, so I don't have them.
I have a remedy for that.
I also just asked my sergeant about that, and I normally would think that that's completely what we should do, and that's okay, because I've done that 100 times.
Right.
But I got told no this time.
I'll drag it up.
So it's a draggy time and a no inventory time.
Okay.
That's
All right. That's what the boss says, and I guess we gotta roll with it.
That's what it's going this time. I didn't think it was gonna. I was calling her. I was like, "It's okay if we break the window, right?" And she's like, "Nope." Okay.
I have a
right.
lockout
That's
stick.
like
It'll take
it just
30
could
seconds.
scrape it, maybe. Whatever. Illegal search and seizure. I don't know.
Right.
Whatever. Straight. They may have told you that it's drivable with keys, but they locked them in the car, and he said to pound sand, so I don't have them.
I have a remedy for that.
I also just asked my sergeant about that, and I normally would think that that's completely what we should do, and that's okay because I've done that 100 times.
Right.
But I got told no this time.
I'll drag it up.
So it's a draggy time and a no inventory time.
Okay. All right. That's what the boss says, and I guess we gotta roll with it.
That's what it's going this time. I didn't think it was gonna. I was calling her. I was like, "It's okay if we break the window, right?" And she's like, "Nope." Okay.
I have a
Right,
lockout
that's
stick.
no
That would take me
It's just
30
to
seconds.
scrape it, maybe, or whatever. Illegal search and seizure. I don't know.
Right.
Whatever.
He keeps saying this is his constitution right to do this.
I'm not going to get into that argument with him, so.
Yeah.
It's
not.
The core principle of the First Amendment is that the government cannot restrict the expression of a point of view. The fact that it would, in fact, create grave harm down the road, not good enough.
This principle regarding the limits of free speech is the result of a landmark 1969 Supreme Court case, Brandenburg v. Ohio. Brandenburg's legal team included 32-year-old attorney Eleanor Holmes Norton.
I relish the opportunity to make the case for the First Amendment by arguing in behalf of people with whom I profoundly disagreed.
We were not defending their speech. We were resisting giving the government the power to decide that their speech could be banned. Because once you gave the government the power to decide that their speech could be banned, you also gave the government the power to decide that your speech could be banned.
During the trial, one exchange in particular brought this concept into stark relief.
The prosecutor was a guy named Leonard Kirshner. And Kirshner was arguing to the court, and I think he was looking particularly at Thurgood Marshall, and he said what Brandenburg did, it's as if he went into Harlem and started using the N-word.
Bury the Negro. Send them back to Black Africa.
It wouldn't last that long.
Probably so, Your Honor.
My father said, Your Honor, you realize your remark just violated Ohio's Criminal Syndicalism Act.
Justice Marshall, who is safe at the moment because the venue is in Washington, D.C., in Ohio, could be indicted for suggesting a violent reaction by the Negro community.
It made it so clear what was at stake was not Brandenburg, it was free speech.
In Brandenburg, the court held for the first time that an individual cannot be punished for speech that offends or might cause others to respond with violence unless the speaker specifically intended to cause that and was likely imminently to cause a grave harm.
Whether you are racist or not, whether you agree with me or not, whether you want to harm my district or not, as long as it's only words, that's guaranteed by the First Amendment. It is the eminent free speech case to this very day.
What the genius of the First Amendment really has been is the understanding over time that either everybody has all these rights or nobody does.
Perhaps you're a citizen who wants to know the proper limits on government and the protections for your God-given liberties. Regardless of your role, call me, Constitutional Attorney Katherine Henry, with your constitutional questions during our live call-in show.
So it just depends on, the scenario. If it's someone who advertises, like on their Facebook profile, if you, without being friends with them, can publicly see their address or their phone number or their email address, and then you share that publicly available information to other people, then I wouldn't think that that would be harassment. But if you are sharing their address or their cell phone number or their private email, and there's someone who is careful about that, they don't advertise those things, they're not, publicly displaying that. It might be in an obscure website somewhere, right? But, for a person to regularly think, hey, this is, to reasonably think, hey, I'm advertising this information. If they're not regularly out there advertising that information, then my instinct is to say that could be instantly harassment.
What's 911 ask you? What's your address of the emergency? What's your callback number in case we get disconnected? That was recorded, a video of her actually on the phone giving her address to 911. Totally lawful to be recording it, but then should I have a duty then to go and edit that before I publish? Would that then be harassment if I'm publishing that?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I would think so. As far as strict legal liability on that. I don't know, every jurisdiction. I don't know what the laws are about that. But just from, a moral standpoint and the
Snitch was a poor choice of word. It wasn't intended to incite. Poor choice of words, sure. But it had a purpose. The purpose was to advertise for a video to get, more viewing of a video to show this woman is, calling police and making false claims when her car is being lawfully repossessed. She's saying somebody's out here stealing my car.
And I want to pause you just for a second, because I don't even have a problem so much with the word snitch. My bigger problem would just be with the sharing of an address if she's not someone that regularly, puts that out there. So if you call out somebody, and so that's the thing, that's the difference between free speech. Giving an address isn't so much speech in that regard. Do you know what I mean? That's not like you sharing your opinion about something. It's not you compiling facts that the public needs to know. The public doesn't need to know where she lives. But if you want to get people to see a video of somebody's horrible actions, like let's just say it's, Karen's gone wrong, right? I that's like one of my guilty pleasures, I guess. I love watching when real actual Karens get karma on these little, YouTube shorts, right? I love seeing bad people who just don't let other people live. When they try to say, well, I'm going to call the cops on you, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and you got to do this. You can't play on this playground with your kids, and you can't, whatever, right? I love seeing them get what's due to them. So, if I were in that situation, I would, sure, I'd love to record. Usually I'm more like thinking I'm just going to put this person in their place in the moment, but shoot, if my husband was standing there and was recording it, yeah, I'd probably play it later and put it on my YouTube channel or whatever, because it's not about, I wouldn't attach their personal address. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to make it so that it becomes, and I hate using the terms, the lingo, like doxing, but when you're sharing that kind of personal level of stuff, because is it really about that? Does it really have anything to do with the actual address? You know what I mean? Like, you have the right to petition your government for redress of grievances. You have the right to peaceably assemble. You have, and that's where peaceably assemble, right? You have the right to say, we're going to assemble and we're going to ask for this. And, whether this day and age, it could be physically assemble. You also have the right to assemble in terms of like, hey, everybody, let's do mass phone calls. When I was getting violently and illegally arrested in 2020, if it weren't for people seeing the live stream and all assembling to work together to say, hey, everybody, let's flood their phones and let's call and make sure, I would have been thrown in jail and a lot of other worse things would have happened to me. I was still arrested. I was still charged. I still had 2 years of a court case to fight. But it would have been far worse for me had people not flooded their phones, because before they got to taking me off the property, sheriff was on the phone with the deputies going, you are not bringing her here. Oh, no. Because we got people threatening to show up, and people are driving from all over the state and beyond. They are going to cause problems. We are not going to have her housed here. So there's a necessity. That is an aspect, so assembling with phone calls,
I'm so happy
emails.
that you say that, because people think that I'm crazy, that in my situation right now, the first thing that I want to do in my defense is to make further videos. I mean, a judge in my case made a prior restraint order saying that you not be able to post notices about this named individual. And there was no hearing about it. It wasn't even the prosecutor that asked for it. It was like a court services person that just stood up. Oh, hey, Your Honor, could we get an order? He said, yep, so ordered. I said, wait a minute. I don't get a hearing. I don't get anything. It's just, and what does that even mean?
You should
have
objected to it right away. And you should have.
That's what I was yelling at my lawyer. And he's like, oh, no. Just don't worry about it. I'm like, what? What?
Just don't
you
worry
just
about
worthless.
it. What kind of dumbass lawyer do you have?
Yeah, thank you. And so people think that I'm crazy right now for continuing to make videos about this. Like, I want people to be aware of this, to know what's going on. I mean, I totally understand that perhaps I crossed the line by using an address, and I'm willing to accept some responsibility for that. But they're talking about felonies and internet stalking and misdemeanors and gross misdemeanors, and there's probably going to be future indictments because I continue to make videos about it. But it's like, okay, I'm from here forward, I'm happy to make sure that there's no addresses and phone numbers, and because I realized right after I'd done it, like, man, I probably shouldn't have done that, even
Well,
even though I know I have these rights. But
before I lose this train of thought, let me kind of jump in on that, because you said doing future videos. Now, I'm going to give you an analogy. I don't know if it's going to quite be the same, but in my case, I wanted CYA, right? I wanted the world to see, I wanted to cover my ass, and I wanted the world to see every single process, every single step of my case. For me, the thing is, I chose not to pick that fight and start sharing them on my channel. I've never taken the DVDs and just uploaded them and shared them with the world and said, whatever, screw him. I chose that because of the practical implications, not because I think he's legally right to try to stop me with that. I think something that's so blatantly unconstitutional, a gag order, is inherently unconstitutional. But especially while my case was going on, I wanted nothing extra that would complicate things at all. So to you, the reason why I wanted to pause you on all that is that's what's going through my head when I heard you say that. And for you, just for practicality, not for legality, not saying that there's, not some sort of constitutional protection here. Practically speaking, I wouldn't do that if I were you while your case is pending.
But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. And so just as I say we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around, we aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop.